Hey guys, Crowbar Zero, and we've got another pump up my tower with like Farming's tower. And so, just from what they said a little bit here, it looks like they kind of devoed. I'm guessing they go and then switching to Orb Devil around 4.4K. I'm guessing part of that is maybe their death wave falls off, and then they're kind of forced to switch to that method. So I'm gonna operate on that assumption. So it would be death wave, death wall farming going into Orb Devil, and let's rock and roll on this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So ultimate weapons, and actually I took a little bit of a sneak peek, so I kind of cheated. They are using MVM with JCOM. Like, okay. We got usable modules over here. This is great. This will be helpful. As far as substats on that, let's see. They're doing health regen. That's fine. Defy death and thorns damage. So in this case, we're gonna want defense and absolute defense if we're doing any sort of hoarding kind of strategies. And regen is fine. You can keep that. G-Comp, we've got package chance, cool. And we got the other two, cool. Um, you could roll the health one out, but and go for the coins per kill. But let's just wait until you get 101. Hmm. If you're using okay. Let's respec the buttons up here. Some people are like, wait, you can respec bots? And yep, the button's right up there. You can only respec once per event. Pull the metals out of here, and we're going to put them into Golden Bot. Yep. You do have G-Comp, so I think it just... You're a little bit lower on the metals. So we're just going to put them into in G-Comp, but we're not going to center the build around Golden Bot. From what I'm seeing so far. You have G-Comp over there, and that would throw off some of the synergy here. Right. Let me look at the cards really fast. Where are the cards? You've got 14 cards. It's a good spot for this. Okay. You are using Berserker. Let's not use Wave Accelerator. Let's not use... actually, give me a second. Using G-Comp. I'm kind of torn on this. Because you want as many procs as you can, but you also want as many packages to be able to... You can keep Wave Accelerator. I would say it's kind of neutral. Yeah, it'll speed up your runs. Yeah, go ahead and just keep it, I guess. Maybe you'll want another active slot. That could be helpful. Yeah. You are using packages, so that's good to see. But I think what we're going to do... Okay, this is tournament. So this is tournament late. Let's say for like your startup build, I think this is supposed to be mostly talking about your farming. Yeah, let's center this around your farming. Obviously, it's usually farming is a little bit more card heavy than tournament. Uh, I would not use Death Ray, and I would not use orbs in your farming build. But you can definitely, especially like tournament late, you can use Death Ray in there. That's really nice. But you might not have the card slots. So yeah. Let's see here. Death Wave damage. Okay, yeah. Looks like you're using Death Wave for half of it and trying to use Orb Devo for the other half. Okay. And you got one super crit stat. It's legendary for now. I just leave it. All right, so subsets or not subsets. Ultimate weapons. Let's get into this. So for right now, I would say yeah, keep on using Multiverse Nexus. Um, the goal is we're gonna try to get these cooldowns to match up with your smart missiles and to match up with your black hole. I don't see any other ultimate weapons, so I would say your next best ultimate weapon is going to be Chrono Field. But let's really work on this first. Get that down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That way, you have the availability to use smart missiles to be clearing your prots out of your black hole. We kind of mentioned that that was a pain point, especially uh, with how you're doing things right now, and you can still run Orb Devo, um, but bring this up a bit so when the Death Wave fails, or the Death Wave Death Wall fails, you've got smart missiles that can start picking up the slack for the remainder of the round. And ideally, these will clear everything out near you immediately. And let's see, you do have a second wave, so hopefully this kills everything within that first wave immediately. And then when the second wave goes out, you have enough time to clean out the rest. You've got 32 seconds for your black hole, so that's kind of the window that you've got. Could up the bonus in size a little bit. That would be helpful. As far as everything else, yeah, I think the big one is just Death Wave and Golden Tower. Get those cooldowns down. I would do a little bit more in Smart Missile damage. Maybe a little bit more quantity, but yeah, let's take this up a notch. I'm curious to see what your labs are going to look like. Let's see what you got running right now. Black hole coin bonus, absolutely permanent that. Common drop chance. That's a great one to perm. Improved trade-off, so I'm guessing this is your perk slot. Yeah, you can definitely keep that. Let's see. Critical factor, we're going to probably throw in smart missiles in slot 2. For where you're at right now, that's actually pretty high. Or at least, in my opinion, that's pretty high. I think when I was going through a lot of this section of the game, I think my critical factor was like 30. So that's pretty good, actually. Not worried about the enemies, but let's see, bots. Not too worried about bots right now. We're not focused on them. You could, if you wanted to, do like one level of amp bot just so you could save it for later, but not necessary. By the time you actually get around to getting amp bot, once you finish golden bot, um, yeah, at that point, I think probably the labs at that point would be a good idea. Let us see here. Ways required. You can leave that there, especially with everything that's going on nowadays. I say, especially with what's going on nowadays, as far as like interest spent plus, that just makes this almost a mute point. Almost. Not 100%, but yeah. Let's see, just going through here. Deathwave cell bonus is nice. So that's something to look forward to in the future. Would I slot that in right now? I would say as soon as you get done with Black Hole coin bonus, you'll probably want to put Deathwave cell bonus in there. Because that is a very important one in my opinion. You've got a little bit of missile amp already. That's excellent. Missile radius. Let's get the missile radius up. I think I'm gonna getting this up to be about equivalent to the amp, and then just use this slot for that. I think that's where you need to take the labs. I'm need to go back to the office here pretty soon. But yeah, that's kind of what I would work with for here. You're not too terribly far away with this, and then yeah, as soon as that is done and matched up with this, I take off NVN and use something else in the meantime. Not a whole lot else that I can recommend. Oh, looks like we've got some new stuff in here. So, okay, you are working on that. Okay. Coin bonus or cell bonus. So you're kind of already thinking about like, oh, hey, I should probably use cell bonus. So, bugger. Okay, well in that case, black hole bonus. Once you're done with this, let's or with the coin bonus, let's slot in SM missile radius so that you can start clearing out those black holes, and especially with that initial send out of smart missiles. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. That will get you in a really good place, and you're pretty close. I mean, yes, kind of not. Um, I mean, it's 3 upgrades here and 3 upgrades there. They're about 100 each, 100, 200 each. Let's just say like 200, maybe 300 towards the end of that. So it'll be on the expensive side, but once you get those down, it's an improvement anyway for your econ, and you don't take the penalty of let's see, of having a negative 10 seconds to your combination of everything while you're using this. So yeah, I might use something like ohm chip. Yeah, I'd probably use ohm chip, and you could use that for your econ. That's maybe you could use harmony conductor. Looks like you could combine some of these together. Maybe amp those up. Yeah. Looks like you've got everything devoed about kind of where it should be. Um, yeah. You can put stuff in landmine radius. That's not a problem. As long as that's 0. Looks like doing everything right on that one. Now, if you are using Death Wave, Death Wall, what you're gonna want to do is start out with this, and then where this is on the lower end, looks like you have everything minimized. Like that's perfect. But you're going to take like your attack speed off, like attack speed cards, damage cards, crit cards, stuff like that, and then you're going to try to take as many hits as it takes to charge up your. Let me just double check. And you are using. Okay. You need absolute defense. You want absolute defense for this. You absolutely want absolute defense. So I put some points in there as well because that'll make things easier, especially later in the runs since you'll be needing to buy stuff. Uh, but yeah, you'll start out. You probably actually want to start out without Death Wave on, um, specifically so that you can actually get hit. Which you're going to start with this off, Smart Missiles off, maybe even Spotlight off, especially if you have smart Spotlight Missiles. I didn't take a look at that, but if you do, you can use that. I would say get this down, get the damage up a little bit, get up these a bit, so that the duration at 32 with the perk can closely match the duration with GT, and then see if you can get like 2 more quantity here and put in get Spotlight Missiles running. But I would go for the Smart Missile radius and amp before going into Spotlight Missiles. That way you've got a strong farm, and the farm is going to support your workshop, which is going to support your progression in tournament. Yeah. I think that's about it. Anyway, I will catch you guys later, and I hope you found that helpful.